Hello everyone, myself Pratibha Sonone from Sri Jain Vidya Prasarak Mandal's Rasiklal M. Dhariwal College of Pharmacy, Chinswad, Pune. Today we are going to discuss about various systems of classification of crude drugs of natural origin, which is a second chapter from pharmacognosy for the first year diploma pharmacy students. After watching this video, you will be able to understand what is the need of this classification of the drug, what are the different systems of classification, and what are the merits and demerits of this classification. Now, why there is need of classification of the drug? The crude drugs obtained from different natural sources are used in treatment of wide spectrum of diseases. So, for their proper study or adequate study, it is necessary to arrange them in systematic and scientific manner. Their huge number and varied occurrence make it difficult to put them in a uniform pattern. For pharmacognostic study, crude drugs can be arranged in one of the following classes. First, alphabetical classification. Second, chemical classification. Third, pharmacological classification. Fourth, morphological classification. Fifth, taxonomical classification. And lastly, chemotaxonomical classification. Now, we will discuss one by one. First classification is alphabetical classification. Now in this type of classification, the drugs are classified according to the first alphabet of their Latin names and English names. This classification is adopted by the following books. First, British Pharmacopoeia. Second, British Pharmaceutical Codex. United States Pharmacopoeia, Pharmacopoeia Internationalis, Indian Pharmacopoeia, and British Herbal Pharmacopoeia. However, this type of classification does not help in distinguishing the drugs from plants, animals, or minerals sources, and also does not indicate whether they are organized or unorganized. So, in alphabetical classification, we divide the drug based on the first alphabet of their Latin names and English names. For example, amylum, it is changed into starch. Another example, acacia changed into Indian gum. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this alphabetical classification? Advantage is that we can study crude drug if we know the name of the drug. And disadvantage is that it does not help in distinguishing the drugs from plant, animal or mineral sources. And second disadvantage is that it does not indicate whether the drug is organized or unorganized. Second method of classification is chemical classification. Now in this type of classification, drugs are classified according to their active chemical constituents. Drugs which contain similar chemicals are grouped in one place. Here you can see the different chemical constituent which is present in the class column and different examples which are having these chemical constituents. For example, alkaloids. So these aconite, cinchona, nux vomica, vinca, belladonna, opium, tea, these drugs they contains alkaloids. Second category is glycosides. Example is digitalis, senna, squill, aloe, diascorea, leucoris and wild cherry. Third one is lipids. Castor oil, peanut oil, mustard oil, wool fat and cod liver oil. Fourth class is volatile oils. So peppermint, clove, eucalyptus, valerian, all these drugs they contain volatile oils. Then fifth, tannins, myrobalan, quino, catechu and galls. Sixth class is vitamins. Yeast, cod liver oil, shark liver oil, they contains vitamins. Resin and resin combinations, for example benzoin, balsam of tolu, storax, asafoetida, myrrh, colophony, guggul and shellac. And last one is the carbohydrates and derived products. For example, agar, honey, starch, tragacanth, acacia, gorgum and sterculia. So, all these are the examples which contains different chemical constituents like alkaloids, glycosides, lipids, volatile oils, tannins, vitamins, etc. So in this method of classification, we have to divide these drugs based on the chemical constituents present in the drug. Now what are the merits and demerits of this classification? Merits means advantages. This type of classification is applicable to crude drugs containing similar type of chemicals. Second, it is useful for phytochemical studies of crude drugs. Phytochemical studies includes the study of the different phytoconstituents or chemical constituents present in the drug. Now, what are the disadvantages of this method? First one, this type of classification fails in proper placement of drug containing two different types of chemical constituent, such as one drug contains more than two or three categories classes of the chemical constituent. So it will be difficult whether the drug is divided into alkaloid, glycoside, tannins or vitamins, like that. For example, certain drugs contains alkaloids and glycosides both. For example, cinchona. So in which category we can divide this cinchona? Whether it comes under alkaloid category or whether it contains glycoside category. So it also depends on the percentage which are present in the chemical constituent. Second example, fixed oil and volatile oil. Both are present in nutmeg. Third example, fixed oil and enzyme for bitter almond. Hence, it makes difficult to categorize them properly. Second demerit, the drugs from various sources are grouped together. And third one, no idea whether the drug is organized or unorganized. Next classification is pharmacological classification. Now from name itself we can understand that the pharmacological classification based on the pharmacological action of their active constituents. Thus the drugs which are similar in their action are put together regardless of morphology and biological behavior. Here are some examples from pharmacological classification. First one is carminatives. Example, fennel, coriander, clove. Second, laxative. Example is castor oil and aloe. Third, purgative. Example, senna and rhubarb. Fourth, antihypertensive drug. Example is raufia. Fifth, anti-tumor drugs. Vinca and Taxus. Antitussive category. Example is tulsi. Anthelmintics. Example is melfern and quassia. Next category is anti-amoebic. Example is curchi. Bitters, Nux vomica. And antispasmodic drugs. Example is datura and stramonium. So based on the pharmacological action of the chemical constituents, these drugs are divided into different categories. Now what are the merits and demerits of this category? Advantages: Even if chemical constituents are not known, the drugs are classified according to the pharmacological action of the drug. That means if you don't know the chemical constituents which are present in the drug, then also we can classify a drug based on its pharmacological action in this category. Disadvantages: chemical constituent and morphology of the drug is not known. So in such type of classification, it is not necessary to know the chemical constituents and what is the morphology of the drug. Second, if the drug has more than one pharmacological action, it is difficult to classify them. For example, opium has analgesic and antidiarrheal action both. So it will be difficult to categorize this opium drug whether it will come under analgesic category or whether it will come under antidiarrheal category. Third disadvantage: crude drug used as a pharmaceutical aids do not find any place. So the drugs which are from pharmaceutical aid category, they are not included in pharmacological classification because the pharmaceutical aid drugs, they do not have any therapeutic or pharmacological action. So such drugs are not included in this type of classification. Next classification is morphological classification. So from name itself we will be able to understand that the drugs are divided based on their morphology. So in this classification, the drugs are divided into different parts of the plants like roots, flowers, leaves, wood, extracts, gum and bark. So in this classification also two categories are there: organized drug and unorganized drugs. So organized drugs, these are the drugs which are having a cellular structure, and non-organized drugs, they have no cellular structure. For example, extracts. The roots, flowers, leaves, wood, bark, these parts comes under the organized drug, and extracts, gums, resins, they comes under the unorganized category. Now the parts of plants and their examples of the crude drugs. Root category, for example, Raffia is there, Aconite is there. Second, rhizomes, example is turmeric and ginger. Stem, example is ephedra. Leaf, example is digitalis, senna, datura. Seed, for example, Nux vomica. Bark, example is cinnamon and cinchona bark. Dried juices, example is aloe and pterocarpus. And lastly, gum, example is acacia and tragacanth. Now what are the merits and demerits of this classification? It is the most useful for practical purpose. So in this category, from morphology only we can find the drug. Second, any additional entry of drug can be easily done. So here you can add any drug in between or delete any drug in between. Third advantage, it is very useful to identify the adulterants. And fourth, it is useful to identify the drug either of organized category or unorganized category. So from external morphological characters only we can find whether the drug is root, whether it is wood, it is bark, from external morphological characters. What are the disadvantages? It does not give true chemical nature of the drug. So from external morphological characters we cannot find whether the drugs contains which type of chemical constituents, like glycosides, whether it contains alkaloids or it contains tannins or resins. So it is difficult to find the chemical nature of the drug. Second, many drugs are not in exact morphological form. Therefore, it is difficult to classify them. Then third, drugs from animal and mineral origin are difficult to classify. Fourth, when different parts of the plant contains different chemical constituents, it is difficult to classify them. Next classification is taxonomical classification. It is a purely biological classification. Drugs are given according to the positions of the plants in plant kingdom. So this type of system is very difficult system because we should know the position of the plants in plant kingdom. For example, phenyl. Division is angiosperm, class is Dicotyledona, order is Umbellifera, and family is Umbelliferae family. So such type of plant position of the plants in plant kingdom, if you don't know, that time it is very difficult to classify the drug in this classification. What are the merits of this classification? It is more convenient for practical purpose. Second, even if the chemical content or action of drugs is not known, the drug can be studied properly. Third, it gives idea about source of the drugs. And last, it gives idea whether it is organized or unorganized drug. Disadvantages: during collection, drying, packing, morphology of the drug may changes. So they are very difficult to study. And last classification is chemotaxonomical classification. Now this is the recent type of classification in which equal importance have been given to family of plants and its chemical constituents. It has been found that there is close relationship between chemical composition of the plant and its position in the plant kingdom. For example, plants of Umbelliferae family contain volatile oils. Plants of Solanaceae family, Apocynaceae family contains alkaloid. So here there is a combination of the chemical constituent and taxonomical classification both. Hope all of you understand the concept of classification of the crude drugs from natural origin. Thank you.